Good evening and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Behind me, you see a sign that is showing something quite poignant and tragic and really painful. What I want to do is basically just highlight really a tragic, a really bad situation. This is apparently this ruling came yesterday on Adeyinka Grandson. You will recall he's the head of the a group, Yoruba Youth something fit. I think YFF Yoruba for Freedom. I think group. I think something like that. That he was he's been charged to court. He was charged to court. There were some discussions that I've called him once or twice myself, but I'm sad to say I have some sad news to report in that he's now been jailed because he for inciting terrorism. Um, Now, I just want to read it, and then maybe tomorrow I will come and discuss the whole thing, and perhaps this could be a lesson for all of us. We understand in terms of how he's trying to get the message in terms of support talking for Yoruba nation, but obviously we have different ways of which we of achieving the same thing. So, with that said, this is the picture of Adeyinka Grandson that you can see above me there. He's now been what's the word? Who's now been jailed. I'm not quite sure how long. So let's read the whole story. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to read the whole story to you now because you can see it on the screen there. I do apologize if it's a little bit grainy, but I can see from here and I'll read it to you. Whilst I'm doing that, please, I want to thank you all for really tuning in and joining Citizen AY on YouTube. As it stands currently, even with Facebook, with what they're doing, I want to first of all thank those 122,000 subscribers and people on 122,000 people who have followers on Facebook. 122,618 followers on Facebook. I want to thank each and every one of you. If you can help us grow the platform equally on YouTube, we'd be very, very grateful. We need your help and your support. That's why you see the thing above the line in blue. It's to show a special appreciation for those of you on Facebook that have been following us for the past few years. We're truly grateful. Now, of course, what we want to do is Facebook has been unpredictable somewhat, so we want to migrate to YouTube. We need your help. Please help by subscribing to us on YouTube. Here's what you need to do before we read this. Here's what you need to do. You just simply need to go onto YouTube and hit the subscription button. Here's how it works. Click the red button, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. And you'll be doing us a great favor by doing that. Once you hit the subscription button, don't forget to hit the notification button and, of course, give us the thumbs up. Very, very important. The sign behind me is talking about the undeclared war going on now in Nigeria. There is an undeclared war that is being perfected by Contraption Nigeria. Let me quickly see if I can show you what it looks like, the whole thing. There you go. You see that? It says undeclared war going on in Nigeria right now. Over 400,000 dead. Over 400,000 over 400,000 killed. Over 400,000 refugees. Over 4 million in IDP camps. Over 9 million in poverty. Over 90 million in abject poverty. Shocking stats. These are the reasons why we have to go for referendum. Contraption Nigeria is being used to kill Middle Beltans, Igbos, Yorubas, and the southern and the Fulanis, and not Fulanis, the houses are now shouting as well. So, but our focus, of course, is always Middle Belt, Yorubas, and Igbos. We need to make sure we break it, separate away from that contraption, and they can keep the name Nigeria in the north, but we are going to go away. And we're going to break away from it. As Yorubas, as Igbos, as Middle Beltans, we need to work together in unity to achieve separation from contraption Nigeria. Now, let me go back to the original story so that we can carry on. Let me just bring this on here So you'll see his picture. Again, once again, that's his picture. I'll see if I can show you his full picture. I just want to make sure that I've got everything covered. Sorry about that. That was a little bit trigger happy on there. Here we go. Now, okay, so that's his picture there. Let's see if I can move it up a little bit. It's not going to do any more than that. Let me just quickly show you. See, there is the full picture. There's the full picture of Adeyinka Grandson. Now, okay, so we're going to put it here. And the reason I'm doing that is so that you can see it, you know. Okay, so let me just do that. There you go. So you can see him as I'm reading it to you. Now, okay. So now, here's the report. A West London man who incited racial hatred with inflammatory messages encouraging violence in Nigeria has been jailed for 4.5 years. 4.5 years. Adeyinka Shoyemi, 45, of Powys Terrace in Notting Hill, first came to the attention of the terror police in mid-March 2019 after members of the public tipped them off about the post targeting particular ethnic groups in Nigeria. The messages posted by accounts under the name Adeyinka Grandson were assessed by the specialist group of officers in Met's Counter-Terrorism Inter-Referral Unit, CTIRU, in brackets. They found the posts, which had commentary encouraging attacks against certain ethnic groups, were in potential breach of the law and launched a probe. He was first arrested at his home address in August 2019 with officers searching 3 properties linked to him and seizing various digital devices. Shoyemi was initially charged with 6 counts of inciting racial hatred, and he was released on bail with the condition not to post any more social media posts which were threatening, abusive, or insulting to any ethnic groups. But he was later rearrested after he flouted his bail conditions to make more of the posts. Consequently, 2 more inciting racial hatred charges were added. Shoyemi was sentenced to 4.5 years behind bars on Thursday. He was found guilty on November 30 of 8 counts of inciting racial hatred after a trial at Southern Crown Court. Commander Richard Smith, head of the Met's Counter-Terrorism Command, said our Counter-Terrorism Internet Referral Unit, the first of its kind to be established anywhere in the world, was instrumental in identifying Shoyemi and his activity. Over the last 10 years, the CTIRU, to give you the full meaning of that, Counter-Terrorism Counter-Terrorism Internet Referral Unit, CTIRU, has been at the forefront of getting harmful content removed from the internet and detecting and investigating potential terrorist-related activity online. We continue to need the help and support of the public, and I would encourage anyone who comes across material or posts that could be related to terrorism or violent extremist activity to report it to us so that our specialist officers can take action where necessary. And here ends the release, the public release statement by the police. Now, the only thing I would like to say is there is no. It is not something to gloat about when somebody is jailed. It is a truly regrettable, from my point of view, it is a truly regrettable position that Adeyinka Grandson finds himself. Definitely, the commonality in what we're saying is the need for us to have our own independent Yoruba nation. And there is where our similarity ends. Anything else in terms of threatening other ethnic groups, I do not stand for. I definitely stand for self-determination and self-protection, right to life, which is what we've been advocating. Vigilante groups, yes, setting that up. But to actually threaten anybody, that's not something that I would support in any way, shape, nor form. Our role is to encourage our people in raising the self-awareness about the need to stand up for their right to self-determination in the face of constant, unrelenting oppression by the so-called governance, the non-indigenous governance that imposed the fraudulent constitution on Middle Beltans, Igbos, and Yorubas, as well as the Hausas. We have all been oppressed in that land, and that is why we are going for self-determination, and a referendum is a route. And the perfect example of that is what the UK did in terms of the EU. You will hear Boris Johnson was saying what happened in Ukraine, and making some sort of comparison that what happened in Ukraine equates to why UK left EU. You know, be that as it may, I don't necessarily agree with that agreement, that argument. But the point I'm making here is that at the end, the UK left EU. They decided to leave the EU, and they had a vote. And that vote, I've showed it before. I won't show it now. I'll just leave it now because I think I'm just really going to focus on this. That vote meant 17 million UK citizens voted to leave the EU, as against 16 million that decided that wanted to stay. So the leave won the vote, and based on that referendum, UK left the EU. That is the key thing to remember in all of this. This is not about violence. This is about standing up for our right to self-determination as Yorubas, as Igbos, as Middle Beltans. And latterly, it seems like the Hausas are having the same mind. But we focus on those three because the Hausas and the Fulanis are closely knitted together in terms of how the Fulanis have slowly ingrained themselves within that society, and it's difficult to pick out which one is not. That kind of thing. But anyway, I don't want to get into that too much. That's for another time. But what I really want to just focus on right now is to make sure that those of us who are speaking up for self-determination, we're making it clear that we are on the side of self-determination. We are not about making threats to any ethnic groups. However way that was intended, whatever message Adeyinka was trying to put out there, obviously that message got to be understood, and the manner in which he put it forward to be a threat. I can't speak for him until he comes back out. I can only hope that this situation, I don't think there's any, he has to just go through that situation. That decision has been made. He's going to serve 4.5 years in jail. But those of us who are supporting and advocating for self-determination, we always speak truth to power, which is what Citizen AY, the platform where we speak to truth to power, is known for. And that is what I intend to continue to do. And we will continue to encourage our people to be aware of their right to self-determination. The only route forward for us is via a referendum. And we need to raise the level of awareness across the Middle Belt, the Igbos and Yorubas. We need that unity to achieve it. Not down the route of making threats to any ethnic group. That's not our action. In fact, in many places, in many instances, it can be argued, and you can see the evidence that there are certain ethnic groups, non-indigenous ethnic groups, that have been threatening indigenous people. They've been threatening Middle Beltans, Igbos, and Yorubas, and they've killed and killed and killed. All we are saying is we have the right to life, and we have the right to self-determination, and we stand by that, and we will make up. We aim to encourage our people to be aware of those rights. That's what we're talking about. Again, I'll come back and talk about this tomorrow. But really, it is nothing to be really happy about in this, because I can see when I spoke to him, I got the impression he's really passionate about Yoruba Nation. Now, the only thing is that our approach is different. My approach has been to expose the truth, highlight what the injustices that's been perfected on millions of citizens for over 60 years by the failed governance, by the non-indigenous people that has come and oppressed us. And let's not forget, this same non-indigenous group have been operating in 4 different countries, including Guinea-Bissau, Senegal, Mali, and of course, Nigeria. So, but anyway, I'm just being very, very factual about that. We have information, which is what we are giving. And if you've been following us, we've been talking about this a lot. And I just felt this is something that we should really be talking about. Like I said, I don't take any pleasure in seeing Adeyinka Grandson in jail. He's a young man. He's got family. I'm hoping that he will get through this process, and I'm hoping he can reform and rethink how he will do things, especially bearing in mind the rules and laws of the UK here. We just hope that he can get through it, and we will continue with our struggle for self-determination. That is where our focus is. And I just wanted to say that tonight. I will come back and do I might do a show about it, so we can really, maybe do a call in or something like that. But please, all we are saying here, our focus is one thing. We need Middle Belt, Igbos, and Yorubas. We need to work together. No one ethnic group can achieve this on our own, because the commonality of what we face is the oppression of the Middle Beltans and Southerners. We have all been oppressed for far too long. Our resources has been denied to us by way of the fraudulent 1999 Constitution, and we need to put an end to it. Principally, one of the tools that they use to oppress us remains the 68 exclusive items within that fraudulent constitution. And that is why we are calling for a referendum, that we, the people in those areas, Middle Belt, Yorubas and Igbos, we were organizing referendum in each of those areas to say we have the right to leave that contraption. Whatever anybody is trying to do to promote one Nigeria in the face of the killings going on, nowhere is safe. That is why we are going for self-determination. So please join us in that struggle and continue to follow Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. If you haven't already subscribed to Citizen AY, please go ahead and do so now. Subscribe to get the latest information in terms of the plans and how we are raising awareness, and how we encourage every one of us to raise the level of awareness, to reach into our communities in the Middle Belt, in Yoruba and Igbo land, to be able to encourage the people to stand up and demand and go for referendum, and hold and press upon those who are so-called senators and House of Reps that the only thing that they want them to table before that fraudulent nation is the need for referendum. Just like the UK went for a referendum back in 2016. They had a referendum, leave or stay. The same thing. No more, no less. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. One more thing. Before you leave, I'd like you to do something for me. Go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Click the red button. Hit the notification button. And lastly, not the least, give us the thumbs up. We truly appreciate your support. We'll be putting this on YouTube. Also follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Facebook. We know Facebook is not reliable, but there, like I see, I'm showing you, we have 122,618 followers, to which we are truly grateful. Each and every one of those who are following us on Facebook, 122,000, we are truly grateful for your support, and we hope that you can help us build this new platform, new home on YouTube. We need your support. Thank you very much for watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Lastly, one more time, just so we can all know, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that red button. You know what to do. Here goes. Subscribe to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you and goodbye. And we'll be in touch later on. Together, Middle Belt, Yorubas, Igbos, we will achieve self-determination. We will separate from contraption Nigeria, where we have been collectively enslaved. Together, we can do this. Let's continue to raise the level of awareness in all our communities. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. You're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you and goodbye.